Hey there, beautiful soul. This is DeDe, and welcome to the Wild Rebel Wellness Podcast. If you're out walking right now, I'm going to try a new thing. You can try it with me. Go ahead and drop into your body. Feel your feet hit the ground. Feel how the earth supports you, how it's reliable, it's dependable, supports your whole body. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Basically, just allow yourself to really be fully present in this moment. And if you're not listening while you're walking, if you're listening while you're doing laundry or the dishes or driving, especially, you're just out there living your wild rebel life. That is a beautiful thing too. Today's episode is inspired by an Instagram post that I saw from Dorman. Mel is a former therapist who's now helping people build wealth through community. And she has an amazing TED Talk I'm going to link in the show notes because she knows what she's talking about. And I watched this Instagram post from her this morning, and she said something that just stopped me in my tracks. She said, learning how to build wealth is actually learning how to regulate your nervous system. That just really hit me hard. It's like, what does making money have to do with my stress level? I thought I had to be stressed in order to grind harder and earn. It hit hard because my world, working with women who've had bariatric surgery, and even those that don't, but the same truth applies to the body. Healing your relationship with your body, your relationship to food, is healing your nervous system. And just like healing your money story is. So today, we're walking with this thought, this reflection really, that what is the difference and similarities, interestingly enough, between the trauma of money and the trauma of fat? Now, I want to just talk about trauma for a very brief moment because it's been used a lot, too much really, not too much, but used more than we've heard it before, because as it turns out, we each get to decide what that is for ourselves. If an event, circumstances, whatever was traumatic, if it created a wound, I decide whether that's a wound or not. And I decide if that wound continues to hurt me, if that situation continues to impact my life. So I get to decide what and if trauma is in my body, right? So Mel was talking about how really it comes down to healing our nervous system because trauma has an effect on it. So what is the difference and similarity? I'm thinking that, and Mel said most people don't even know why they have or that they have money trauma. Honestly, I think people don't realize that they carry deep trauma around fatness either. Being fat, fearing fat, being the belief that being fat means you're bad, lazy, unworthy of anything. We're taught to hustle for money and shrink for approval. We're praised for being thin, punished for being poor. But here's the thing: neither hustle nor shame builds a safe place in our body or in our bank account. Both types of trauma, money and fat, it lives in the same place, lives in our nervous system, lives in our subconscious beliefs, lives in our emotional memories. So, what is that even, right? When your nervous system doesn't feel safe, now this is just evolution, this is just how we have been made. But when it doesn't feel safe, it stays stuck in that fight, flight, or freeze. And what prompts it, we don't get to decide either. It's just how we react. Now, we can train ourselves to react differently, but that's another whole study. The main thing is that it means that that part of your brain that's responsible for problem solving, for vision, even for creativity, especially for action, shuts down. It says, don't take this risk. Don't start the business. Don't wear the damn dress. Not because you don't want to, but because your system doesn't feel safe enough to do this. This is when our mind is telling us, our ego really is trying desperately to keep us safe based on things that have happened in the past, right? It doesn't take into account that I grew from those experiences in the past. But our ego is like, nope, can't ever do that again. Does that sound familiar to any of you? If you've experienced money trauma, you might believe things like, if I make too much, I'll just lose it all. Might as well just stay poor and get used to it. Or you might believe, and this was one of my favorites, rich people are selfish and potentially morally bankrupt. There's also a belief that money will change you. It'll make you a bad person. Those are all stories that you've bought into, or your ego has bought into, or it's just been beliefs that have been passed down generation to generation in your family or wherever. But what happens when that's the case, right? When you have those thoughts, you self-sabotage, you undercharge, you stay stuck. And when you've experienced fat trauma, you might believe things like, well, if I gain weight, I'll be abandoned. Or if I'm not thin, I'm not worthy of love or success. Or you might think, I just can't trust my body. It always betrays me. And that really is about not being able to trust your thoughts. But what happens then? Well, you restrict, and then you binge, you obsess, you disconnect, you give up, or you burn out. But here's the truth about all of it. And this is what changed for me and for a lot of the women that I work with. You're not behind schedule. Just because I don't have my 401k totally built out, my retirement all done right now, it's not too late. I'm not broken. My body isn't broken. I'm healing And you aren't behind schedule. You are not broken. You are healing. Our bodies are always healing. Say that again to yourself right now. I am healing. You're healing your money story, maybe. You're healing your body story. And both begin with regulating your nervous system. That means your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. No more fighting yourself. It means telling a new story, one where money is a tool for goodness, and your body is a sacred guide. And true wealth and wellness come from inside you, not outside. It's your own inner wisdom. You may not be able to trust your thoughts, it's true, but you can always trust the wisdom in your heart if you learn to listen. So if you're walking with me right now, say these things with me if you can. If you're not in a place that you can speak them out loud, just whisper them in your heart. Say, I am not lazy. I am not greedy. I'm not behind. I've got all the time in the world. I'm just now waking up. You're waking up to a deeper truth. And when we heal from the inside out, our bodies, apparently our bank accounts, start to reflect that. Thank you so much for walking with me today. And thank you, Mel, for planting the seed of this conversation. And thank you to you, dear listener, for doing this work. If this episode landed for you, if something resonated about it, share it with someone else that's waking up too. Share it with someone that needs to know they also are not broken. They've not run out of time. And then leave a review. Hit that follow button. And always come and find me over at Wild Rebel Wellness. We are building a global now movement of women. I'm so happy to hear from all of you across the pond, over the borders, all over. I'm just loving hearing from all of you. Women who are reclaiming your truth, your freedom, and your wholeness. Until next time, keep walking, keep healing, and never forget, you are not broken. You are a wild rebel rising.